Hi again, Facebook and YouTube world. This is a warning. I don't have much of a following, less than 100 people. This probably won't reach Israel, but if you watch any of my recent videos this past week, I was a pastor for 8 years. COVID-19 took me out. Why? Because my apostate church that I was raised in, the Methodist Church, I had a new district superintendent who found out, well, actually more than one person. Anyways, the governing bodies of the United Methodist Church found out I wasn't part of their little progressive club, that I naively, to them, believe in the Bible as capital T truth. They tried to take my job and my home away from me because I lived in the church parsonage. They failed, but I got demoted, and my new district superintendent got me fired while I was sick with COVID. So that left me disgusted with organized religion, and I was like Jonah. I was running away from the call God placed upon my life through a vision I had when I was awake, wide awake. God's given me 2 visions. One of them's already come true. The other has not yet, and it's an earthquake that will be felt in Northern Virginia. That's all I know for sure. But I think it is the 6th seal being broken. Folks, I just heard Israel's at war. So that tells me that what I suspected when COVID-19 hit could very well be true. I read articles about COVID-19. There was a peace. There was a ceasefire. There was a peace between Israel and Palestine because of COVID. I now believe this was the false peace that the Bible speaks of. The Bible speaks of a time that Israel will have peace, and then the covenant will be broken, and they will be attacked by their enemies again. Israel's at war right now. My friend just alerted me. I also saw a notification about praying for Israel, but I didn't read it. Israel's at war. This is a warning to everybody in Israel. If you don't have the means to take up arms and fight, then flee. Then flee. Matthew 24:15 through 28 warns Israel. When this final war comes, and by the way, Russia's going to be part of, if this is it, if this is prophecy being fulfilled, Ezekiel 38, Russia, Gog, Magog, they're going to be part of the people who turn on Israel. So flee to the mountains. Do not look back. Leave Israel. If you're not fighting for Israel, leave Israel. We may very well be saints in the last 3.5 years before Christ's return. It's hard to believe, isn't it? But again, piecing together what I have shared in the videos I posted this past week, Israel was miraculously reborn in a day. 75 years ago this past May. I mistakenly said in my video 74 years. I was thinking they were miraculously reborn in May. I'm sorry, I was thinking they celebrated their 70th anniversary in May 2019. They did not. They celebrated their 70th birthday May 2018. So I apologize for my finite human mind that made a mistake with those facts. But when the United Nations declared Israel a country once again, 75 years ago this past May, that was several Old Testament prophecies being fulfilled. Read Matthew chapter 24. Because Jesus speaks of this. Jesus speaks of this. Jesus speaks of a time when Israel's overrun by the Gentiles. Book of Revelation says that time period will be 42 months, or approximately 3.5 years. Jesus speaks of this. The Apostle John, through the vision Jesus himself gave, John speaks of this in the book of Revelation. Daniel speaks of this. Ezekiel 38 speaks of this. It's all coming together, folks. We very well could be in the last 3.5 years. If you can stock up on supplies, food, water, do it now, because the mark of the beast is next. God bless you, saints. May we all persevere to the end and see the Lord's glorious return. Amen.